All right, buddy, which floor do you like? The old one or this new one?
This new one for sure!
Yes. So here's what we got going here. This boat, as I mentioned, already has a vinyl floor, but it's just one solid color. And yeah, I've been traipsing through here with my boots on, but you see absolutely every little speck of whatever, dirt, leaves, anything. So you clean the boat as soon as someone hops on, even if they take their shoes off or their sandals off, it just looks dirty instantly. So even though it's probably going to be a royal pain in the ass and I'm going to regret every minute of it, and it's going to take 5 times as longer as I'm expecting, I'm still going to go for it because that other floor is going to make a drastic difference. So next step is simply start ripping everything off. Go any further, here is the part I'm most curious about, is how hard is it going to be to rip up this glued down vinyl floor. And if it looks like it's going to be a complete nightmare, I may abandon this job. So there's staples everywhere here on the edges. That's better than I thought. It's not great that it's ripping up a layer of the plywood, but I think maybe once I can get a handle on it and a big piece started, she might come up okay. So I will proceed. All right, so that actually wasn't too bad. That was about 3 hours. And that console's staying. I think I mentioned at the start. There's just no way I'm taking apart all the cables and electronics to do this. I'm gonna lift it up the best I can and make sure that all the new flooring goes underneath the console, and you'd only be able to tell if you were to open that hatch and look in or lift up the console or something like that. So it's still gonna look good. Yeah, okay. This sucks. All right, let's see how this works. So it's wrapped up a little bit and clamped between two pieces of angle iron. And it just keeps ripping every time you yank on it. So we'll see if this will hold together a little bit better. Right, so this is of course proving to be a pain in the butt. Pulling it with the winch off the side-by-side didn't work, and tried a propane torch, that didn't work. This hammer drill is working pretty good, but the bit was too small, so I've created a larger one and it seems to be working all right. So this is about 40 minutes. It's brutal, but I think this is the fastest way. Looks horrible, I know. It's pulling up the top layer on some spots. Anyways, the fastest way is to score about a 10-inch mark all the way down, and then just go at it strip by strip. All right, so here's the flooring I'm using. It's this luxury woven vinyl stuff, and the good thing about this is it hides you know, dirt and crumbs and leaves and everything, and it looks great in a boat. And I've used it before. I've got it from the same company that I mentioned at the beginning, boatcarpetsales.com. So yeah, really good prices. I'm not entirely sure how they beat their competitors, but the product is the same thing that everyone else sells, and they're really easy to deal with. Test piece here, right over top of the fuzzy fiber stuff that was left behind that's impossible to get off. I'll let it sit for 24, 48 hours, and we'll test it out and make sure it's holding pretty good. This is the stuff that I'm using. All right, so 2 days later, back to the test piece, and she's stuck down there very good. So I'm actually ripping apart the flooring. Got this temporary laid out, and I've managed to slide the entire piece underneath the helm, because I need to, since I'm not taking off the helm, I need to cut, you know, an inch inside the perimeter of this helm, so that when I go to put the carpet down, I can easily just push it underneath. There'd be no way I could slide it in there with glue on the ground. It's just absolutely impossible. It'd be a complete mess. So I need to be able to flop it down, like the entire length needs to be flopped down all in one piece, and then just be kind of pushed in underneath the helm. So I've got it in there. I wish I could find a way to leave it like that, because it would be perfect, but I'm just gonna get in here with a knife and just slice around the perimeter. And then afterwards, I can try to make a nice, neat patch with some leftover stuff so it's not as noticeable when you open this door. But as long as you can't see it when the door is closed and it's nice and under the perimeter of the helm, then that's pretty much all I care about for this job. Because I can't get underneath there to cut the proper line, I'm just made a mark with the tape, and then when I pull this carpet back out, I'll just cut 1 inch inside the tape line there. I'm kind of rushing here. I got to beat some rain that's apparently on the way. Once I got everything lined up underneath the helm and it all laid out nice and square and straight, you clamp it on each end so that basically it can't move. So when I go to fold this piece onto the glue, it should come down all nice and straight and then line up with the cuts in the helm. You would normally do this with a completely flat deck, and you do it horizontally. You roll it horizontally, and you do one half, and then once that's done, you lay down, you roll out the other half. But I can't do that because the helm's in the way, so I have no clue how this is going to work out. I can assure you this is not how the manufacturer of the flooring, of the glue, of anyone recommends this. This is simply the way I'm trying to see if it'll work, just to save de-rigging this entire helm. I don't know what happened, but the GoPro didn't record me gluing down this side. So this side is all glued down, and it turned out really good. It's flat, there's no lumps, there's no low spots. I'm really happy. So now all I got to do is brush this off, blow it off, wipe it down with some acetone, and then get the glue on for this next half. And this is obviously the tricky part because it's got to go underneath here, but we're gonna make it work somehow. Quick tip here, just if you got a tarp laying around, I'd skirt the pontoons kind of the way I've done here, because when you go to squeegee out this floor, some glue drips over. I learned the hard way, and she'll drip right on your pontoons. I don't know where that when that GoPro fell off and how much you saw that, but I was pretty much in pure panic mode, so I didn't even notice it fell off the back of the motor. But this has turned out really good, a lot better than I expected. There's pretty much no air bubbles, there's no uneven spots. It tucked underneath that helm pretty much perfectly, and I'm happy with that. I don't think anyone would ever know unless they take a look inside that door. I don't want to step up there right now, it's still wet. But as you can see, so I think it was worth it to do this without taking off the helm and de-rigging the whole thing. And it turned out way better than I was expecting. So I'm happy with that. And I'll just reiterate one more time, this is definitely not the proper way to do this. Proper way would be to redeck this, or you know, put a thin piece of 1/4 inch plywood all over the entire deck, take the helm off. The flooring company definitely would not recommend doing it this way, but I think it turned out great. I'm perfectly happy with it. It's gonna last a long time. All right, so this floor is completely done. It turned out great. I have no concerns. Very happy with it. I'd say the only issue with the entire project is this front door that doesn't fit properly for some reason, even though every bolt went back in the same hole it came out of, but she just fits super tight. Anyways, as I mentioned before, I got this carpet or this flooring from boatcarpetsales.com. They're great to deal with, have very good prices, so check them out. If this video helped you out, give it a like and a comment. Thank you very much.